It's official. The first MikiDz Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I am one of your hosts, MikiWAR, to my right, DJ Dainjazone, a.k.a. Danger.
Danger.
And to the right of him,
Honorable mention,
a part of the squad,
yes,
DJ Rell.
What it do?
How you guys doing, man?
Good.
I'm breathing, so I can't complain.
This is our first official episode.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And, like any professional podcast, because we're coming out the gate as professionals.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the batting cages for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
A lot of pilots.
We had a pilot episosodes.
Listen, man.
We got to get the kinks out.
Great, though.
Those are great. They never be heard.
There's some good content sitting somewhere in Abner's hard drive.
And in my hard drive.
And mine's too. He edited some stuff at the crib, so I got my hands on it. Something.
I just passed it on. I said, I trust y'all. Let's just get this. Let's get the show on the road. But we're here. It's the first official podcast. I guess it is good to explain why the hell we're doing this. Yeah. And with the MikiDz brand, you guys might know the MikiDz Show, going on 10 years this September, which is kind of a trip.
Yeah.
We getting old.
It's been a trip.
Does it make
There's
you
a couple
feel
grays
10 years
in our hair.
Show. Yeah.
Rel's looking good.
Hey, man, you know that. Black don't crack, baby. Joe got a lot of gray hair, though.
Yeah,
You ever think about dyeing it?
Why? This is who I am, bro.
Hey, man,
Why would I be
appreciate
anybody
that.
else?
No, listen, I appreciate that.
I tell you what, apparently dyeing your hair gray is a thing. Because I've had people ask me, oh, wow, you dyed that
I really
good.
considered it like third life crisis.
And I'm like, why?
Doing the silver hair. Lucky.
Yeah, I'm wearing this shit.
Hey, man, shit, whatever. If it works, why not? If
It's
broke,
working.
don't fix it.
Nah.
That's good.
Yeah, thank you.
It adds an element to your brand.
Yeah.
I
fuck
so
with
it means you're mature, I think.
Yeah.
Is that's what we call it now? Old is mature now?
Anyhow. So the MikiDz Show has been going on for 10 years. We felt like it's a good time for us to transition into a new chapter of our lives. The MikiDz Show will still be going on, but the MikiDz Podcast will exist whenever there isn't a MikiDz Show. Just so you guys can kind of keep up with us every Monday and just do our thing, talk about
we will release a podcast on the day of a MikiDz Show. So it'll be fresh in the morning. And you can listen to that right before the show. The show kicks off.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were going to do that, but okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Why not?
We're learning things as we go.
They got content.
They can hear us twice a day.
Huh?
They can hear us twice a day, huh?
Well, they can hear us live, and they can hear the
podcast.
Show.
Yeah.
The podcast.
So, anyway, let's talk about each other a little bit. DJ Dainjazone, if you want to go through your lineage of the DJ side of things.
DJing for about 10, 11 years now. Got put on with the whole Party Rock crew back in their heyday. Was a Party Rock DJ, then got promoted to the tour DJ for LMFAO. Stuck around and hung and did stuff with Red Foo. And now I'm doing my own thing. And yeah, all is good.
Yep.
Look out for Danger edits, remixes.
Oh, yeah, of course, I got my production brand or my production producer named Danger with 3 A's. And going to start putting out a lot of stuff with that. More trap friendly music, but yeah.
And be happy you know him now. Now he's making good shit. So
yeah, we all go through stuff. We all start somewhere.
Yeah. Can't be high right out the gate.
You didn't walk into the gym for your first time busting threes.
I just realized, it was funny. I got to bust his balls all the time because I was doing the math the other day. I think we've officially known each other for like 21, 22 years or something 15. Like that. Yeah, it's
that's crazy.
Kind of ridiculous. Yeah. Anyway, DJ Rell.
Yes, sir. DJ Rell. I know pretty much DJing around the same amount of time as these guys right here. Been through all the trials and tribulations that a struggling DJ would go through, Currently now have a production team, music and visual production, hits only. Still working in the clubs, working for an entertainment company as well, doing private events. Life is good, man. Can't complain. I get to eat doing what I love, so
I think that's everybody's goal, right?
Yeah,
I'm MikiWAR, been a DJ and friends with these guys pretty much same length of time. I think like 2005 is where it really started, end of 2005. It's been a blessing to do, like Rell said, the things you love to do and get paid for it. honestly, going through the ranks and falling into the MikiDz Show kind of and the DJcity family really early on was a huge blessing to the platform. And now here we are, 10 years later, being able to kind of just talk about the things we've experienced and our opinion on what's going on and maybe some different perspectives, that other people have. So shout out to the Road Podcast.
Yes, sir.
They've done an amazing job, and they're part of the DJcity family team. And we just, we're here to create some synergy and, only continue to add on to the strong reputation and roster that the best record pool in the world, DJcity.com.
The reign continues.
You know what I mean? Just got to make sure everybody knows where they stand. So anyway, I'm super excited for this podcast. We recently actually did have a DJcity link up with the guys from Road Podcast.
Yep.
Shout out to Jamie, Neva, Crooked, and D Miles.
We celebrated Jamie's birthday as well.
Celebrated Jamie's birthday. He turned 30 years old.
Yep.
Still acts like he's 5.
For sure.
But I love him.
We love him.
That's our guy.
Yeah.
And it was a great event.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun. The food was dope. We ate at Best Friend. Is it Friends or Friend?
Best Friend by Roy Choi. Yeah.
Okay, so we ate at Roy Choi's spot. And, I got to shout out Asher, Styles Davis, because his little backpack set was pretty fire.
You know what?
If you were paying attention,
we were having dinner.
Shit was dope.
And I remember you and Marvel, shout out to Joe Budden Podcast, Dick Eaton.
Yeah.
Through Styles.
For
Wait,
sure.
what?
Yeah.
Ro doesn't listen to the pod. It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, you have to understand that later.
We were.
I may have missed something with that one.
We were eating. No, he threw down.
Styles threw down an amazing set.
And you know what's
honestly.
crazy is, and it's nothing against the DJs that spin while you're eating your dinner, but it just stood out because it's not loud. It's not like you're in a club and you can hear, and it's like that's what's going on. That's the focus. Like it's background music. So we're trying to eat and I'm listening like, yo, like Styles is killing. Like it just stood out. Everything he was doing, like you wanted to know what the next move was, the next song. So yeah, shout out to him. That shit was dope.
And that's what's I think dope about some of the restaurants in Vegas. Like they'll turn up the volume just a little bit enough so that you kind of can catch that vibe. And then when the food's good and the vibes are good, it's just like, oh, you're having that moment. And I think that was one of the things that it's definitely a memorable part of the night was just eating some good ass food.
And we were starving.
They're like, yo, we're not going to feed you guys until everybody's seated. We're like, yo, who are you? Come here. Sit down. We'll figure this shit out. But Styles was really killing it.
Yeah, he was.
Shout out to Eddie Boy. He held it down afterwards as well. And then we made our way to On the Record.
Yep, that spilled over to On the Record. And I got a chance to hear a little bit of, I walked in at the end of Jamie's set.
Okay.
Heard a little bit of D Miles. And then I went outside just to see what was going on. I didn't even know there was a patio. Mm-hmm. And I kid you not, I was out there for 3 hours.
You were there
the whole night because Crooked and Neva were playing the illest. Their sets were so ill. We had a Gangstar moment from Neva, getting our Gangstar bag. We get hyped for that.
Yep.
And anything before 99 was played. And I didn't want to leave. I was like just in that zone. It was nice outside, You got the lights up top and, the Vegas skies and the buildings. So you couldn't beat that moment. I wasn't trying to be in a loud ass club,
right?
Hearing club music.
That's because Neva and Crooked are from New York, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was just like the energy was dope outside. I was connecting with people out there. I didn't need to yell at them in a club. Like I couldn't ask for a better situation. So I was happy.
The vibe was dope out there. I stepped out there a couple times. I definitely went inside a few times to check on Chris Villa. Chris Villa was the headliner after Darren. Darren did a great job setting him up, and Chris just came in, did his thing. Super, high energy, but still kept it kind of nostalgic with his song selection while bringing in some of the newer stuff, and then just really ripping the place apart because he was just cutting it up. Every other song, which is obviously like. It's a DJcity link up and it's an event. Like people wanted to hear that. And, I was there with Scoop DeVille, Eddie McDonald, Styles, Davis, Disco Drew, Phenom, of course, was there. He was having a real good time.
Was he?
He was having a great time.
Yeah, Phenom was.
El Presidente.
And, so we all had a really good time and it was dope. So shout out to the Road Podcast, Park MGM, best friend on the record for a great event. Hopefully DJcity will do a couple more link ups in Vegas.
Yeah.
Can't ever complain. We'll make sure Rell gets the invite on time.
That's a whole other podcast.
Yeah, for real. Because I got some choice words for
man. Look, I text Rell while we were at the pool with Phenom. Phenom just goes, "Where's Rell?" Because now Rell is a part of the trio here. So it's kind of like, where's the last link?
Yeah.
And
you know what? I will say this though.
Tell me, bro.
Shout out to Phenom, man, because Phenom is regardless. Even in the past before, I was even a part of anything. Phenom was always looking out. He always reached out. He always did his best with everything that he got going on. Did his best to reach out to get me involved in a lot of stuff. So shout out to Phenom, man. And I know that's not Phenom's responsibility to even ask where I'm at or what's going on with me, but I appreciate him for that. You know what I mean? Like,
so who we killing?
Man, dude, I don't want to put nobody on blast right now. You know what I'm saying?
You gave someone a mouthful last night.
I gave him to him last night, so he felt my presence. You know what I mean? And, but we'll touch on that on another podcast.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, Phenom is, I don't even really know his official title.
He's the face of DJcity.
He does everything and anything. Yeah. And what he really does that I admire is just connecting the dots.
Yeah.
Like his network game is crazy.
Another level.
And it's just amazing. And he like you said, he's not shy to say whatever he's got to say just to connect the dots. Hey, you do this, you do that, boom. Go and do it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, in our 10 years of knowing Phenom, that's one dude that says, I want to create this, and he creates it.
He makes it happen.
100% of the time. And it may not happen tomorrow, it may not happen a month from now, but the dude creates it at some point, and it's like, son of a bitch, you did it again.
He did. Phenom
he always does it.
Boy, man uses logic. That's what I appreciate about it.
But so we did that, but and then after that, we had the Spider Tech show.
Yes, the MikiDz Show.
MikiDz Show just had that, and Spider Tech ripped it. A lot of acapellas, and a lot of acapellas over Latin beats, Afro beats, cumbia music, and I thought it was dope. I mean, you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Spider Tech is. I haven't seen this much hype on a DJ or this much interest on DJ from other DJs. Probably since Four Color Zach after he won 3 Style, because he became the people's champ. He started out like most of us doing opening shifts and doing, just local guy who just had a crazy talent and eventually, won 3 Style. And I feel like Spider Tech's in that same boat where a lot of DJs have saw him come from nothing, and now he's an incredible producer that's a part of the Mad Decent family. He's won he did some competition at Hyde, won a slot there in Vegas, and now he's got a duo with Craze. So to have him on the show was dope. It was an honor, and he's down with the crew. A well-deserved slot. It was not because we needed to fill a spot and he's DJcity.
Right.
We don't just hand shit out like that. So, this dude, he earned the opportunity to be a part of the guests that we've had.
Right.
So I couldn't be happier for him. And I think he just needs a dope agent, and my man's going to take off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the only thing he's really missing.
He was dope. I'll be honest, I hadn't really known him other than some of his production and some of his records. And then obviously when we did our research and as you look further into it, running into him a couple times, great guy. That's, I think, one of the first things that you realize about him. But, he's just one of those guys that it's really proven. If you just bust your ass, do some hard work, keep your head down, continue to shake hands, no matter who it is, and just keep doing your thing, eventually doors will open. And when that opportunity comes, you just got to be ready. And so he did that, and he came on the show, came with a couple dope blends and tone plays and different tricks and things that, what was the
Ludacris.
The Ludacris. Yes.
Roll out.
He
went from a Puerto Rican jam, right? And then pitched it down.
Boom.
And once we heard it, everyone's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. Keep bringing it. Yeah, that was hard.
That definitely fucked the room.
So make sure to check that out on DJcity.com. We'll have Spider Tech's full episode up there, and then other than that, what you want to talk about?
Shit, let's talk about now. You were in Arizona not too long ago, and we had a nice dress code conversation because you had an issue getting into a few clubs.
Yeah.
But it's I don't want to talk about just because of your situation, but it can be an issue for DJs who are bringing their boys in, and their boys don't really like. They see the way you dress, and they think, oh, it's cool, I can dress like that too. And it's like, nah, man, you kind of making me look bad when you dress like that. I can do that. You can't,
Yeah. Well, the story on the Arizona, right? We were in Arizona for Cinco de Mayo, and it was our DJ, our good friend DJ, not a DJ, but his name is DJ.
Kawhi's ex-teammate.
Kawhi's ex-teammate. We were out there for his bachelor party, and we all went out, and I didn't bother like trying to bug anybody that I think I might have known or try to like get a hookup at a club, which in retrospect, like that's what I really should have done.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I didn't know how anything worked. I didn't get how anything worked because we pulled up for the day party and, wearing shorts and, whatever shoes we felt were fitting. I had heard about the whole don't wear Jordans in Arizona because that's a problem. And so I was like, all right, well, I told everybody, I'm just giving you the heads up. There's more than likely they're not going to let you in with Jays. And so we all followed that. And then we pull it to the pool with full intent to go get a table too, so that there's no issues. And even while trying to get a table, they looked at my shorts, and they were these gray sweat shorts from Mag Park that were fringed, just rough on the edges. And it's not like I cut them up at the crib. Like they were some real actual design shorts. And the guy goes, "You can't go in with sweat shorts." And I'm like, well, shit. And then they look over to our boys, Horacio and Mason, and they're wearing basketball jerseys. Oh, yeah, you guys can't come in with basketball jerseys either. And we're like, what the heck? Like, all right, whatever. So then
their jerseys?
It was OG Magic Johnson gold Laker jersey. And then Mason was wearing what year was it when Vince Carter dunked over the guy? That USA team jersey for Kobe Bryant.
Okay, so that makes sense because Lakers, Phoenix Suns, they ain't getting in with no.
Yeah, I mean maybe that's why they got a beef with Jordan. All the buckets he gave them.
Yeah, for sure. All right, go ahead. I just wanted to.
Anyway, they went. I felt bad because they went down the street to one of the hotel stores and bought a $60 tee each to and I mean the tee wasn't fire or anything like that. It was just kind of lame, but. They had to buy the tee, and then they get back, and then my boy Ross is still wearing sweatshorts, and then he finds out he can't get in with sweatshorts, and we're like, dude, we're about to just call it a loss. And, we're staying 20, 30 minutes away from Old Town Scottsdale at an Airbnb, which was dope. I mean, but it's also 20, 30 minutes away.
Right.
But we were just going to go home and say, forget it. We'll just reset, try to go out tonight. And then we get the call yo, we got a table. You better come through. And I'm like, oh shit. All right, fine. We got the pressure. It's not our party. We got to we got to do our best to accommodate to our friends. Yeah. That's the kind of friends we are. You know what I mean? And so sacrifices. So we walked to the near mall, went to Dick's Sporting Goods and found a 2 buy one, get one half off, got some Adidas, swimming trunks and just literally changed in the hotel bathroom and, checked in our other shorts at the hotel. Nice. Yeah, I'm staying here. And went to the party and that was it. But that's the trip is they're tripping over sweatshorts, but there's dudes in flip-flops and the craziest swimming trunks. Yeah. And it don't matter. It's just
let me ask you this. Was there a pool at the
So there wasn't a pool at the one we ended up getting a table at. We were originally trying to go to a pool party. And then that was super slammed. I think the minimum was 5 G's. Yeah. To bump somebody, okay. And we're well, it's first day. We're not really feeling doing all that. Like that. And so then we went to this place next door, that you can see the pool. So maybe it still feels like the pool vibe,
Okay. So that's my concern. I get that you're having a day party.
Right.
There's no pool, but you want pool attire.
Right.
Why do I need to wear swimming trunks if there's no pool?
Yeah.
Right. But apparently the day party thing applies across the board over there. I still don't understand it. You had an issue at nighttime, right? In Arizona.
Oh man, I've had plenty of issues, but it was the Jordan thing, and that's just me being unaware. Or actually, I had two situations. The first time I went out there, I was just unaware about Jordan's just being an issue out there.
Right.
So when I went out there, and it was the same scenario, we were getting a table at our spot, buddy of mine and we had a couple of girls with us. We were getting a table at a spot, and we both had Jordans on. But we had button ups on and stuff because we literally just came from an event.
Yeah.
We had button up ones and Jordans and hats, and they were like, "Yo, we can't let you in with the hats and the Jordans."
Mm-hmm. Right. And
we did the same thing. Like, "Yo, we're paying. We're getting a table. We literally just left from an event." I was like, "Yo, I only have Jordans on me. If I had 2 or 3 pairs of sneakers with me, they were all J's."
Yeah.
So we had to do the thing that we didn't want to do. Pull the card of like, "Oh, we know somebody. Go get whoever the head promoter was to come out. Go get us." Still ended up having to buy a table and whatnot and doing all that stuff. So fast forward to the second time I went out there, and speaking of Chris, we went to go see Chris but we went to Phoenix. So the first time was in Old Town Scottsdale. Yep. The second time we went to go see I was out there for the weekend. The first night we went to go see Chris in Phoenix. Yep. And I was like, "Yo, I'm not wearing no Jordans." Yeah. I already knew it was good. So I was like, "I'm not wearing no Jordans." I threw on some Ultra Boosts, get into the spot. And everybody and their mama had Jordans on. I was fucking hot. Yeah. I was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me." So the next night, we went to go hang out with Chris again after my event. And I was like, "Fuck that. I'm wearing Jordans. I'm gonna go see Chris." It's the same scenario. It wasn't in Phoenix. It was in Scottsdale. So I figured I'll be straight. You know what I mean? The first night, Chris did come out and get us. Even I didn't ask him to do that. I just let him know that I was walking in. He came out and got us. So we were walking up, and I tried to wear, like, all right, if I'm going to wear Jordans, I'm going to wear the least standout-ish Jordans that I can wear. Yeah. So went up, and I mean, bro, we were standing in line, and there was probably about 7 or 8 people ahead of us. Yeah. And the door guy comes out of the line, like from in front of the door, to point me out and go, "Yo, I'm going to let you know now, we can't let you in with Jordans." Oh, God. Right? And I'm like, damn, bro, like,
man can't win.
Like, I'm like, damn, bro, really? And you know what? Part of me is like, I had an appreciation for it because he didn't let me stand in line and wait till I got to the front to tell me that he wasn't gonna let me in. Time. He saved me some time, and he was just like, "Yo, I can't let you in with the Jordans on." So I was like, you gotta be. So everyone, people that was with me weren't aware of the same thing, so they're tripping out like, "You letting people in with flip flops and whatever. He has to clean his shoes on, whatever." So I'm like, "Yo, chill. It ain't that big of a deal." I just text Chris, "Yo, they wouldn't let me in, man. Sorry, I'll catch you up on another, I'll catch you up another time." So again, Chris, Chris is a great dude, man. Like,
shout out to Chris Villa.
Chris Villa is a great dude, man, for real. So he was like, "Fuck that," like, you know what I mean. So he did the same thing. Like he like got off the tables, went and got the manager and shit like that, and they let me in. You know what I mean? They let me in with the J's and. Nobody wants to pull that card. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to be that person to be like, "Yo, can you come give me at the door?" They won't let me. Like, that's the point of the dress code.
Especially while they're DJing.
Yeah. Especially while they're working. That's the last thing. I was like, yo, I was trying to be apologetic about it and whatnot or whatever. But yeah, man. But I have the issue. Remember when I had the issue in San Diego when I saw you at the day party? Same thing with the shorts.
That's right.
Right? They wouldn't let me in. So I assumed, I was like, "Oh, we good." You know what I mean? I assumed. Right. If there was some type of issue, Mickey would have been like, "Yo, just don't wear sweatshorts," or something like that. Yeah. So I was like, "Oh, we're good." You know what I mean? Mickey didn't tell me, he didn't say anything about attire. So I'm like, and it was San Diego. Yeah. Right. So we're still in Cali,
somewhere we're familiar with.
Somewhere we're familiar with where our boy DJ stays at, and when he was getting married. It was actually the weekend of his wedding.
It was the same day.
It was the same day, actually. Hours before. Right. It was hours before. That's right. That's where we went. And we pull up. It was our boy Andre Cox. He was with us, and we were with our ladies. And we pull up, and he said to both of us, we both had similar shorts on. I'm sorry. And they were very cool about it. You know what I mean? "Hey guys, unfortunately, we can't let you in with those shorts." Yeah. And it literally was just raining or the night before or something like that. Yeah. So it wasn't like, yo, it's not even the weather to even.
Oh, it was the morning of.
Yeah. Shorts, It wasn't even the type of weather to even have like, the attire that they were looking for. So I was like, man, we kind of compromised with them for the most part. I felt like, I mean, again, it's just my opinion. So we get there, And that same thing, I had Mickey, yo, man, my bad. They won't let us in. And he was like, no, same thing. No, I'm sending somebody.
Yeah.
And he came down and he got us. And then even his boy was just like, they shouldn't have done that, man. You know what I mean? Like, because they normally, when they do sunburn, they didn't have it in that area because of the weather, right? They moved it over.
Yeah.
So he was like, they shouldn't have done that because of us moving the scenario.
I'm almost certain I saw somebody in a full suit that day walk in.
Yo, yeah,
so
I
think
Hey, should have wore a suit. Bro.
I recall that standing out. But I think that just comes down to, you know, sometimes like it really comes down to who you know, because, you know, in the scenario with Arizona, I'm sure I would have avoided that holdup or situation had I known somebody or made a call. And I think I just didn't have somebody at that moment. After the weekend, hey, connected with everybody, shook hands, got to know different people who run different doors and different situations. Now you're good. San Diego, we're good. Like, you know, it just comes down to sometimes you got to let people know who you know. And, you know, at the end of the day, when we're here back home, like, honestly, I feel like I could go to any club in Hollywood and pull up literally wearing whatever
you want.
I mean, I remember
what you wore in Scottsdale.
Pretty much.
Yeah, honestly, I've walked into different clubs in San Diego. I don't know if I've ever tried to pull this one in LA where like I've worn shorts in LA at night. That's crazy. I think that's a little aggressive, but I've definitely worn like sweats or like windbreakers and got into a club. Same night, some girl spilled a drink on me and just it came in handy.
Hey,
but
when you got 100,000 followers like MikiWAR, you can wear whatever you want.
When you got the swipe up option, you know,
when you got the connect, the shoes, and you got the connect, when you the plug.
Hey, I've been so
whatever you want.
Hey, challenge. We're gonna see if we can get into the club with shorts on.
I have a quarter of that. That might be a challenge.
Yeah, right. It's summertime. I feel like you might be able to get away with it.
I might.
I need to be there when this happens. Let me know when you're pulling up.
Guy. You know, what's funny is I'll send a text too. I'll be like, hey, like, am I an asshole if I pull up with shorts? Like, I don't care. Pull up. I'm like, damn it.
You say right.
I just wanted to go home.
What's the most outrageous thing you wore to get into a club?
To get into a club,
like you were. I don't want to say you were DJing because they don't really give a shit what you were wearing. But I'm saying like you were going to the club, regardless if you were going to see someone that you knew or you just going there to network or whatever. What is the most outrageous thing you got away with wearing?
Listen, man. Back in the party rock days, we can wear anything,
anything
and nothing.
Yeah, that's real talk. Because I even got to
2012. If you were walking into a club with me in LMFAO,
listen, I was there firsthand, baby.
You wear whatever the hell you want.
I walked in the club with tank tops on.
Yeah, 2012, 13. Yeah, 11 to 13. Like you could have got away with murder.
Y'all cleaned out the animal section at Party City.
Oh,
yeah. And then 14 on, like one of my friends was trying to get into a Hollywood spot, a day party, and he was in his party rock gear, and he was trying to get in, and they were like, "Nah, the way you're dressed, it ain't working." And he was like, "You kidding me?" Like, you know, he threw a fit, a rant on Facebook. It's like, bro, you got to know what's going on, and you got to know the climate. Like another situation, we were in Atlantic City, and some of the crew went out. This was like a few years ago. Some of the crew went out, tried to get into an industry night, and they weren't letting them in because party rock is just allowed, you know, not normal situation. And they wouldn't let them in. And I didn't want to go out that night. I was just trying to go to bed. And they're hitting me like, yo, is your boy here? Because I had to connect to get him in. And like, your boy here to get us in? I'm like, shit, man, sorry, he's not there. We're like, they're not letting him in. Like, my shoes are more expensive than these dudes' outfits. We got on this. We're wearing Gucci this. I'm like, hey, man, you're also in Atlantic City where they don't give a fuck about how much your shoes are worth. Like, it's just a different animal.
They're strict out there on the East Coast in like New York, Jersey area. Yo. Like, they don't play that.
Yeah. So, but anyway, you need to have the juice.
Yeah.
You definitely have to have the juice.
Which networking in general is just a really important topic in the DJ world.
Absolutely.
I mean, the industry period, right?
Yep.
How do you guys feel, or what's your approach in networking with them? Because some people, I don't think, always understand maybe the do's and don'ts, or, you know, how to approach somebody and building with them versus, hey, can I get a gig?
Yeah. Well, so I've had like 3 managers, been with 3 agencies. So, and I'm solo now. So this is what I do. I go out and network, and a lot of stuff I've learned through that process, do's and don'ts. I can tell you right now, the best thing that will work for you is showing up to showing up to the club and showing face as much as you can. But if you're going to fly out to Vegas to quote unquote network and sit in the back of the club with a drink, like that's not getting the job done.
Yeah.
So you gotta, you make sure you shake hands with the bookers and be cool with the DJs. The more they see you, it benefits you because they can justify if you have someone in your corner that works for the club that's begging to get you in, trying to get you a spot. He can justify by saying he's here every other week or he's here every month. He listens to the openers, and usually the openers know the crowd way better than the headliners. He knows what the structure of the night. He knows what to play. So you have that working for you if you show up consistently and if you're just always around but not forcing anything. Also, when you get a chance to talk to the booker, you don't want to talk about bookings. That's like the last thing you want to do, unless that opener's really open. Unless that booker's really open to talking about that. But you probably don't want to talk about that until the end, where you say, "Hey, I got your email address," or shoot me your email address. I'd love to reach out to you and talk to you about doing something. But as the night's going, the booker's got his head on other things, whether it's women or the actual club, tables, the DJs, stage manager. He's sometimes a booker wears many hats. So the best thing you can probably do is not talk about bookings and just connect with a guy. Be normal for a change and just talk about whatever. Be organic about it. You never want to force anything. And drink with them. I don't drink, but drink with them. Order them a shot, even though they can get it for free. Go to the bar and get them a shot. Take the initiative. And that goes, all these little things go a long way. Connecting with the VIP hosts, the bottle girls, the bartenders, like everybody involved. Be friends with everybody. Chances are those people want to stay in the industry because no one wants to work a 9 to 5, and they will eventually become something more significant. They'll have a more significant role within that club or another club. In Vegas, we see guys working for multiple clubs within 5 years, and they just keep moving up. That's the nature of the beast. The people want to continue to be in that atmosphere. So be friends with everybody. Don't talk about bookings with the booker. And I would say if you can manage to go through all that in a night or whenever you get out there, I think you'll be good. Mike, you're in a slightly different situation where you're not looking for bookings, but you still network. So can you touch on how you would approach it?
Don't speak for me. No, I'm just like,
I
was trying to figure out when you bought somebody a drink and then they didn't want you to drink with them.
Yeah, did you ever?
Hold on, like before we get to that, I heard that.
If I bought someone a drink,
and they gotta expect
you ain't never buy me no motherfucker.
I'll tell you what, man. I don't think I bought any. I probably bought 2 people a drink, and they weren't bookers. I don't know. I don't buy people
what kind
drinks.
Of fake advice you giving?
Well, I'm assuming everyone drinks here, or they do a little bit of social drinking. But no, so if you don't drink, okay, fine. If you're like me, you don't drink, then you just everything just has to be organic. You can't force anything. You just gotta be a cool dude. And the more they see your face and the more that your friends bring your name up, questions start to come up. And you just become you kind of become a part of what's going on. I'm not saying you become part of a family, but if you're there consistently, that you become a part of what's going on.
Do you feel like because you don't drink that it may have taken a little longer for you to get in at a spot or with a certain person than the average DJ that does drink?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And you are correct. It does take longer, but I'm in it for the long game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think nowadays we see so much happening on Instagram and we see DJs all over the place and it's happening fast. We feel like we need to make a quick move. We need to get in there and knock it out. This is something that takes time. And again, it has to happen organically. It may take a year before I spin anywhere. Yeah. And you got to invest. There was a situation in Vegas where I was ready to leave the next day. And the booker said, "Hey, if you stay an extra day to hear this guy spin, we'll get you booked in here." And I knew how to spin the club. I had done the club before, slightly different scenario, but I had done it. And I was like, "All right, I'll play your game. Yeah. You got to play the game, charge it to the game." Yeah. And so I stayed. I listened to the guy's set. It was about as straightforward as possible. And he was like, all right, you got it? It's like, yeah. He's like, all right, well, let's talk. And then eventually I got a booking. I'm not saying that's going to happen every time, but when you have the booker telling you, hey, if you can, because he cares about who he's booking.
Exactly.
He's not just, there are bookers out there that really care, and they're not just bringing you in because of your followers or, because someone is vouching for you. Like they do care about who's going in and out of the club. So you got to play the game no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you said, you're investing into the person. You're not investing into the. At the end of the day, and I guess the way you said it, right, which was that I'm not dependent on bookings or I'm not looking for bookings, so I have a different perspective is pretty accurate. But of course, like going back into DJing and having this like full-time entrepreneur career thing that I got going on. Just to downplay a little bit, like I'm just trying to do what I love in the DJ scene. And so I'm in a situation, honestly, that's kind of a cheat code because there's different ways for me to like, if I network with someone or if I talk to somebody, like it's very easy for me just to ask for their address and like send them a t-shirt or send them a hat or send them a discount code, or if they're looking for something, like I'll give them access to those products like sneakers or Supreme or whatever it may be, right? So that's a little bit of a cheat code.
Be this guy's best friend.
In that sense. And
Mickey got
I can read those that want to be my friends for those reasons.
Yeah.
I can read those and I still play along because at the end of the day, I got you, bro. Size 11.
I'm on the podcast, right?
I'm on the podcast. But we'll create a discount code for the podcast listeners.
Hey, everybody in the room, discount 50% off Supreme.
Whoa. Anyway, chill out. But yeah, so I mean, in some ways, like I don't know. Sometimes when I'll go to my gig, like I'll have like a little like care bag or something like that. Like, but I don't ask them like if they want anything. They hardly ever ask me for anything. And really my goal is just to get to know the people that I'm building with. I personally really enjoy working with people who give a fuck about their craft and give a fuck about the people around them. And I'm interested in learning from them while also being able to be some sort of balance or support to them and it doesn't necessarily have to do anything with work, because ultimately if your job, this is one of the things I really hate about this new wave of people, of social media and everything else, people who are moving to LA, like, and are saying like their first thing out of their mouth is, what do you do? Like, why do you care about what I do other than the fact that you want to find what you can gain from me,
right?
Versus getting to know who I am. And if you learn to just get to know people who are in those positions, like it doesn't even have to work that way. Get to know their friend, get to know someone else, their assistant, however, every other structure is different depending on what venue or what place you want to go to. But build that up. And once you're able to build that relationship up, eventually it's just going to be, so, what are you doing this weekend? And you're going to be like, well, I got this gig. Gig for what? Oh, I DJ. You DJ? Why haven't you told me? Well, why is that important?
You didn't ask.
Right. You didn't ask.
Right.
And so if it's there and it's like all of a sudden, oh, shoot, let me get you at my spot, or let me get you in a slot, or let me get you an opening slot, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Right. It's a stepping stool to the bigger picture.
Exactly.
And I think as long as you understand what your goal is and what the big picture is for yourself, what's on your vision board, what's your affirmations and different things like that, like you'll understand, hey, as I go through life, I just got to keep shaking hands. You got to be nice to everybody because as you said, everybody moves up.
Yep.
And you introduce yourself to everybody. Eventually everybody's going to be like, yo, that's that dude that's really like nice. Yeah. And just says hi and whatever else. What does he do? Oh, he DJs. Boom. Cool. Everybody starts to talk about you while you're building your brand, because you also can't go stagnant on other things just because you're growing on another side. You got to put in the work in every angle, plant all your seeds, water all of them, give them all the same attention, play music for them, whatever it is, and just grow them naturally. I think that's when you'll have eventually that, like, those planets align and the right opportunity comes along the way.
Yeah. Just don't come off as a thirsty ass thought when you are networking.
Right.
Because you can't hard press and come off a little too aggressive, and that'll backfire on your ass.
Yeah. Well, and that's like sometimes like you'll see like they have a pet. and then you might be like, oh, how's like, little Yorkie like you doing, and you're trying to play off like this authenticity because like that's your soft spot, but then really like when you walk away from that conversation, it's like, like why are you talking about my dog like that? Like
Damn, Junior's looking good in baseball.
Right.
Really hitting the ball hard these days.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like chill, bro. Like it's okay.
Ease up.
We get it.
We know.
But it's at the end of the day, it's crucial, right? It's crucial to all of our careers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we all started in the same DJ crew, which essentially was just friends hanging out, and that's a network.
Yep.
Right? And from the Spin Addicts, shout out to the Spin Addicts.
Man.
Styles Davis is one. Phenom is another Spin Addict. Two very core positions at DJcity, an incredibly successful company. And then there's us, and and all the other guys in the crew that are doing their own thing in their own lanes. Like that's one network. Yeah. And then there's the next level, and so on, so on, so on. So networking.
Yeah. So
never ends.
To wrap up this podcast, when you network, don't force anything. Just continue to build, continue to show face, show up as much as you can, be cool. If you can help the DJs out that are trying to help you, well, you should for sure help them out. They're trying to help you out one way or another.
Oh yeah.
Create opportunities not only for yourself but for other people, because that goes a long way. That goes full circle. And yeah.
That does it for the first episode.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Great job, y'all.
Yes, sir.
See you next one.
DJcity.
Peace.